Yo, what's going on with you people, man? Welcome to Beyond the Light Sports Media. This is my first video, man. I'm glad that I am so glad, y'all, that I waited to drop the roster. So glad. We got a lot of news. But you know what? Let me address something in the room right now. Hey, I told you I was coming for you, right? B Watts, whatever your sports talk, B Watts. Man, all that stuff y'all doing over there, all that stuff over with now. I'm setting up my mic and all that. I'm gonna have that four on. You already know. And you really talking to somebody that really didn't play the game and played it at a high level. So I'm going to dive into y'all life like y'all been trying to dive into a lot of these other players' lives, and we're gonna check out and see what you done put out to the game. Was you really a player? But yeah, I'm coming for you though, man. Don't. But you know what? Let's regroup, fellas. Let's regroup. Let's check out the Colorado Bus roster now. That Isaiah didn't hit the portal. He didn't hit the portal. So we finna do a roster. I'm glad I actually waited to do this. We're gonna do a roster. The roster, the depth. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay. Bear with me. Now this is my prediction for the starting lineup and who I feel like is going to be in certain positions that's going to be able to thrive and win. If Colorado want to do what they need to do, they need to follow this game plan, man. All right, at the X position, we have Omarion Miller, of course. Now he played this position behind Travis Hunter. Travis is obviously going to the draft, and rightfully so. Shout out to you, but it's Omarion Miller's time to step up, and like I said, I'm not gonna get off topic right now. We're gonna do this roster. Omarion is the best fit for this position. Like I told you, I'm the one that compared Omarion, and not even compared him, but I feel like he can even have a better season than the young man that played for Ohio State. I'm the one put that to the forefront. That's me. I'm a true Omarion Miller fan, not these guys that go in the comic section and read people comments and try to get little pieces and little this and that and add it to they like, come on, man. You don't have to bite my style, man. You don't have to bite the stuff that I say. Make up your own stuff. That was me. Wasn't nobody saying that until I start saying that. But yeah, I feel like Omarion Miller is going to be one of the best receivers in the nation. I think he has a chance to win the Fred Biletnikoff Award. I really do believe that. I believe that he do it right. Shit, he can win all of it. I think he's that good of a receiver. I think he's going to be an impact receiver. As you can see, I have the blue, the blue spot. The blue spot stands for a blue chip player. Now I'm gonna let you guys know what this is. The green is for first team. The brown is for second team. The red is for third team. And then the gray is for a two-way player or uh, what you would call a Swiss Army knife type of player. A player that can play multiple different positions or be in multiple different spots within the offense or the defense. So we're going to break this down now. Okay, we have Omarion Miller. He's our wide receiver X. He's at 4. He's the first team. Behind him, I actually have Terrell Timmons. Okay. I have Farrakhan Jr. actually moved down to the X position. I want to have him coming behind Joseph Williams at the Z. Joseph Williams is a transfer from Tulsa. It's a Division I AA. He's made a lot of great plays in practice. I just seen him show out. But what I try to tell people is this. You can make a lot of great plays in practice, but until I personally see it in the game, it's practice. I understand Coach Prime say, okay, you practice how you play, which is true. But sometimes, as we didn't see, players practice great and get into games and they don't practice, they don't play how they practice. And that's just real. So I mean, he's a great he looking real sharp out there. We're gonna see. But right now I have him circled in at the Z. Okay, we're gonna move to the slot. Now I have a gray dot by Draylon Miller. Now the reason why I have that by Draylon Miller is because you guys know that he's like a Debo Samuels type. He says it himself. Um, the inside joke about Debo, even in the NFL around other players, is he's basically nothing but a glorified running back. And I mean, he can catch. He has great hands. He can play in the slot, but his play style and his prototype is more of like a hybrid. So he's not really a true receiver. So that's why I have that gray dot by his name. But I also have, as you can see, a red dot meaning third team, and that's just meaning a slot. I'm not saying Draylon is not going to start, but he's going to be playing multiple positions. He's going to be in the backfield catching passes. He's going to be in the slot sometime. He's going to be playing multiple different places. And then seeing that they lost uh, Augustus at the running back spot, he's definitely going to be catching more and more balls out the backfield. So I have him kind of in the gray area as far as a hybrid. But I actually have, as you can see, let me move here. I have my boy Hodge, Isaiah Hodge, man, a hard worker, been with Prime since his freshman year. Been putting in a lot of work in the off season. Super fast, super talented. He was a two-way player. As you can see, I have a gray dot by his name too, because he can play cornerback. That's why they got him down here. But I think he's just going to be on the offensive side of the ball this year. So I actually have Isaiah Hodge moved up and have him as my starter circled in, as you can see, with this green dot and with this. Let's follow the red line. Follow the red line. We're going to follow the red line all the way up here to the slot position. We're going to circle him in as our starter. And then behind him, I have too quick, too speed. No need for speed because he got all the speed. Cam McHale at 18, number 18. I have him actually behind on in the second team at the slot position. I believe just that duel up there with Omarion at the X, Joseph at the Z. I mean, the depth is there with Farrakhan, Timmons behind them, and then you have Isaiah and Cam at the slot with Draylon mixed in with that and coming out the backfield. That's the lineup that I like. Okay, moving on to the left tackle. I have another blue chip player, Jordan Seaton. Of course, we have Big Dog 77 circled in as a starting, but behind him, I actually have the transfer from Ole Miss. Um, a lot of he's bringing in SEC experience, so that's a great thing. But I actually have him move all the way down over here to Tyler Brown's spot. I'm sorry, Tyler Brown, but you gotta skip back to the second team. I like Tyler Brown. He's been with Coach Prime since Jackson. And understand this. This is another thing people don't understand about me. I've been following Coach Prime since Truth. Since him and Jordan was at Truth, I've been tapped in with Coach Prime and see. I mean, Coach Prime got me motivated to really want to start coaching. So this is just a little announcement to all you other YouTubers and stuff out there. Don't. I'm not a new booty to this. I'm just now jumping out here because I don't like the lies that's been put out by a particular YouTuber, Sports Talk with B Watts, man. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm gonna make you pipe it now. Don't worry about it. I'm putting everything together right now. We're gonna throw a party. And matter of fact, if you want to invite me on one of your panels, please do. But back to the roster. Um, so I have Mani Tanami actually circled down here at the right guard, and I have him replacing Tyler. I think that'd be a nice fit. Now I don't know exactly where they having him play right now in spring because there's been so much stuff mixed up. A lot of these players is not even this on this roster that I'm doing now. It's not even really. Some of these guys not even here no more. Like Sam Hart, he's not going to be right. And then I got him right now circled in on the second team, and he actually is in the portal. So it's just crazy, college football crazy. But anyways, I got him circled down at the right guard. Okay, I have Zach Owens actually behind Jordan Seaton, which I believe that's a nice 1-2 punch, and it gives you depth. And if anybody knows about Zach Owens, he's been with the Colorado Buffaloes for a couple of years. He actually was like 380, 370. I think he lost a lot of weight. And he's looking real good, man. So I actually have him circled behind Jordan Seaton. I have at left guard, I have Zy Chrysler. I actually have him right there, staying right there behind him. I have Chauncey Gooden, the freshman. Think 4-star, looking pretty good. He's been looking good all spring. Um, think he weighed. Let me check out some of these guys' weights. We ain't rushing. We got plenty of time. We ain't rushing. We're gonna slow roast this. We're gonna get everything accurate. Matter of fact, yeah, let me jump on here, guys, because they did actually update the roster. Here we go. So we don't gotta do no guessing or nothing. Okay, yeah, thank you. They updated the roster. Okay. So yeah. And just a FYI, like when I was telling people that Omarion was pretty much the same size as Jeremiah Smith, people was like, "Oh, you tripping?" Okay, well, right here and this is on the CU Buffs updated roster. It says Omarion Miller is 6'2", which I believe he's really 6'2" and a half still, but okay, he's 6'2", 210. Now, how did I know that? By just looking at them. Players know players, man. I can look at a player and tell if he's over 200 pounds. So when y'all was saying, "Oh, Jeremiah is he's so much bigger," Jeremiah only 215 pounds. This right here saying Omarion Miller is 210, and I still think he's a little bit bigger than that. But okay, I digress. But I'm so happy they updated the roster so we can check out some more of these weights. Let's look at Big Seaton, man. See how much Big Seaton weigh in. See if he done lost some weight. Jordan Seaton. Jordan Seaton, sophomore, 6'5", 330. Man, that's a prototype NFL left tackle if I ain't never seen one. Okay, yeah, that's a great weight. Jordan Seaton weighing in at 6'5", 330. So I have Zy Chrysler at left guard. And I have Chauncey Gooden behind him. Okay, at center, I actually have Cash starting. I'm sorry. I mean, I know this guy, he has experience coming from Louisiana Tech. Um, but Cash, the way he stepped in and performed last year, I'm gonna give him the nod. And I like Cash. He's a little bit undersized, but we'll see. That's a good battle. And it's a good problem to have two centers like that. That's really dependable because this guy right here, he can play too. This guy out of Louisiana Tech, Zarian McGill. Let me actually see how much he weighs. Zarian McGill, offensive lineman. He's a graduate, 6'2", 320. So he's going to give you a little bit more size than probably a Cash, but I think him and Cash is kind of like the same size. Matter of fact, I think they said Cash was. Let's see how much Cash is. Okay, because I might be wrong, which I was wrong. Well, kinda. They have Cash here at 6'3", 290, so it's not really a big difference, but that'll be a good battle for us to check and watch throughout camp and going into the season. Moving along to the right guard. Like I told you guys, I had Tyler Brown actually move back to second team. That's why he has a brown dot, which this is really supposed to be a yellow dot, but I guess through the Microsoft Word, it didn't work. So Tyler Brown I have him right now at second team, and I have Kareem Harden right here penciled in with the green dot as my starter for my right guard. Of course, I got Yaya. If you want to say depth at the third team, but like I said, they could still use a couple more linemen. Yaya would probably be more or less on special teams duties and punt, punt return, maybe field goal. I don't know. I haven't seen. I be seeing Yaya get cooked out there. I wouldn't trust him, but seemed like a good kid. Moving along, at right tackle, we have we have penciled in another SEC starter from Texas A&M. I'm probably gonna butcher his name. I'm sorry if I do it. Ike Agumbai, I believe. Sorry if I butchered your name, but I got him penciled in as my right tackle. Watch some of his film. I love the way he kicked to the defender, and I think he's going to be solid over there on the right side. Behind him on second team right now, we have Philip Houston. Even though we all know Philip is dealing with an injury, coming back from I believe an ACL tear, if I'm not mistaken, but some type of injury that kept him out. So we're gonna stay tuned to that. But if I would actually like to say he would be the starter, but for right now, we'll have to just leave him at second team. This guy right here, this number is not right. I don't know who this guy is. Somebody else is wearing 72. Like I said, this roster is not updated. So please forgive me for that. But this is the only one I kind of could find in this format. Um, I want to say okay, so we done with this. I want to talk about some of these freshman offensive linemen, though, like Carday Smith. I have him on at third team. I really would move Carday. Matter of fact, I would probably move Carday down here because they have him up here at left tackle, but I would actually move him to be my second team right now to Philip get back at right tackle. Even though he's definitely not ready to break the rotation right now. I mean, he's still got a little bit more work to do, but he's coming along. Maybe put on a little bit more weight because I think he's still listed at. Let me see what they got him listed at right now. Because we don't got to speculate anything. Let's just look at it. Okay, Carday. 65. I knew that was his number. 65 freshman. 6'5", 300. Okay. Decent size. Decent size. 6'5", 300. I can deal with that. But like I say, he definitely need to be moved over here to the right tackle because that would be his natural position anyways. And he ain't getting no PT over here at left tackle. We all know that. Um, Moving along. Let me see. Moving along. Okay. So now we have tight end. Right now, you already know I got Zach Atkins um, circled in as my starter transfer. He came from a lower division. I don't want to say the wrong school. Let me make sure it's the right one. Okay, Zach Atkins, 85. He came from he transferred from Northwest Missouri State, which I believe that I don't know if it's a D2. I believe it's probably a D2. Northwestern. Let me see. Which I mean, I'm not saying that mean anything, but man, he was a beast over there. Highly touted. One thing I can say about Zach Atkins is he seemed like he had real tight end pedigree. 6'4", 240, good size for a tight end. Can run routes. I would circle him right in as my starter for right now. Sam Hart, we obviously know hit the portal, from what I heard, if I'm not mistaken. But I did have Sam Hart actually circled in um, on my second team. So I guess for right now, I would probably have um, Smalls actually as my second team. But I believe one of them freshmen tight ends is actually going to probably end up moving into that second spot. I like Smalls, but he's not a traditional tight end, in my humble opinion. Moving along, we have the quarterback. We got quarterback spot. Y'all already know I got that boy Sauter uh, starting right now off. I mean, I don't see Sauter coming over there transferring his last year and starting and sitting. That's why I keep saying a lot of you guys look at these freshmen. I understand that these freshmen have a lot of talent and they highly touted and all of this. And y'all say, oh, things like, oh, if he don't start, he gonna hit the transfer portal. Then he just gonna have to hit the transfer portal, man. I mean, there's other 4 or 5 stars out there, man. These guys is not the only ones. I keep telling people this is like, I got to understand this college thing is a business. And when I get more into talking about Omarion Miller, I explain to you guys what I mean by that. But it's a business. Like these guys are trying to make it to the next level. They don't have this time to be playing and waiting around. And I understand that. But at the same time, people going to do what they need to do and do what's right for the team. Point blank, period. So I have Caden Salter circled in right now as my starter, but I do have Julian Lewis as a blue chip player. And I believe that Julian Lewis is special. And he's going to be a first round draft pick. And he's going to be that guy. I just don't think it's going to be this year. Caden Salter with him playing for Liberty. And then before that, he was at Tennessee. He just has that experience. Why not put him out there? And then also with the dual threat of him being able to run and use his legs, I think it helped them. Being that we already know their offensive line probably not going to hold up. Behind them two, I have Ryan Staub at the third team, which I believe Ryan Staub, man, if he was to go to a D1 double A like a UNLV or anywhere else, I believe that he could probably crack a starting lineup. But it's a good problem to have 3 good quarterbacks. Moving on to the running back. Ain't that crazy? That's how I got now. This list have been done probably for like 2 weeks now. I've been did this, and I had Augusta circled in at the third team anyways, and there was a reason for that. Me knowing Marshall Falk and me being a big football guy, I knew how Marshall Falk is. I know he likes running backs that know how to catch out the backfield, that can catch out the backfield, to understand how to pick up blocks. Now, last season, I seen Augusta on a couple different plays in the game actually flat out miss a defender, just miss a block to where he was doing it so much to where Coach Prime ran on the field and almost cussed him out. in one game. So I kind of knew that was going to probably be a problem with Marshall Faulk being that Marshall Faulk and him being a Hall of Famer. That's that's where his bread and butter was. That's what he was real good on pass blocking. He was real good at catching out the backfield, taking that thing 30, 40, 50 yards up the field to a tug, to a TD. So he liked them type of running backs. And and unfortunately, I love Augusta. And as far as being a big running back, a big physical running back, you need them like them. What you call them bill, them bill horns, them cow horns. But you know, I think Marshall Falk probably leaning more towards Dylan Hayden and Mekhi Welch. So right now I have Hayden actually circled in as my starter, and I have Welch on second team. Moving along. Okay, we on the defensive side of the ball. Right now at the left end, I have Arden Walker. Of course, I got him circled in. He been there for this, I think his third year, going on his third year. Transferred from Missouri. I love this dude right here. I think that he's a pro. His dad used to play for CU. And every time I see him get in the game, he dominate. He be doing his thing. So I got him circled in at the left end. Taj, I got him on the second team right now behind, Arden Walker. But at the same time, these guys, they're going to be rotating. So they're going to be in and out the game regardless. But I also have Taj actually, like this is a sleeper, coming down here and starting right here at the right end with Arden. Because if you ever notice, sometimes you see Taj and Arden in the well off practices in there at the same time. And I haven't really been seeing Sammy Sachs. They said he's still on the team, but I haven't been really seeing him. That's why I got a little dot by his name in the green, because if he is on the team, yes, he has the potential to start. That'll be a nice starting edge lineup with him and Sammy Sachs and Walker. But if he's not there, you don't really have to trip because you can just bring Taj down here and you ain't missing nothing. So I have that going. Um, at third team, I have Quincy Wiggins. You know what? He's been a real surprise in camp. I've been seeing Warren Sapp working with him. Man, he's looking real, real good. He's looking way better than he ever had. I think he finally came and bust through that gap, and I think he's gonna show out this year. And that's why I got the Brown dot by his name too, because if Taj moves down here to the right end, you can just move Wiggins right here behind Arden Walker, and you still don't miss a beat. So at nose tackle, of course, I got that big boy from Alabama, uh, Otis, Jaheim Otis, out of Alabama transfer. He's gonna do some damage. And then they got 92, big 92, Anquan Barnes. I got him behind him. That I do agree with that. They had that already set up like that, and I do agree with that lineup. Um, with this lineup, when one of them get tired, you bring in another plug to plug up the defense. So it's a never-ending cycle. And then the D tackle, you got some boys that can get loose. Okay, now with with Carter, I like Carter, but he was hurt actually. So I got him right now on the third team, just for right now, until we see a little bit more from him coming back. But you know what? This just adds another depth piece for him. And when he was healthy, before he got hurt, he was balling. But this right here, I'm sorry, I got to switch this up. I don't know why they have. I like Talvin Coleman, and he do be balling in practice. But I got actually Amari McNeil starting number 88 at D tackle, and I have Coleman actually on the second team, but I have them rotating, of course, throughout the game. Amari McNeil, man, he just had a real, real big season towards the end of the season last year. to where I think they had his, even Coach Prime said in one of the videos that his draft grade was third or fourth round. So I just believe that he's gonna, build off of that, come in here this upcoming season and ball out. Okay. At the right end, like I already told you guys about the Taj McCoy and Sammy Sachs thing, we know this is another alert. Keaton Wade, he's not on the roster no more. So he might be in that transfer portal, but no worries, because we got another blue chip player. London Merritt, Ohio State is probably mad that Coach Prime snatched this guy right here up. London Merritt, I think he's going to be like another Michael Parsons. I think he has that type of potential to be that good at the edge. Big fofo right now. That's what they got him. He need to get that 11, but they got that big fofo right now. But Keaton Wade, be it transfer and all this stuff just happening. I would actually cross him out and move London Merritt to the second team, and he'll be rotating. And then, of course, they got the other guy from IMG number 98. I forgot his name. He's also another end. They got plenty of ends. I think their defensive line is one of their deepest units, and I think it's a pretty good unit. I mean, you don't really need to add too much to that if you need to go into the portal after spring ball. Next up, the will linebacker. Right now, yes, I do have Reginald Hughes and Martavius French circled in at the will linebacker and the Mike linebacker. But you know what, man? I've been telling people about this guy right here, Kalen Salter, which is the quarterback's brother, been in practice balling. And he got good size. I don't know. He can be a sleeper, potentially, maybe come and take that wheel spot. Jeremiah Brown, I have him circled in on the second team right now. Jalen Wester, I like Jalen Wester. And he been making a couple good plays too in practice, but he's just a little bit just too undersized for me. But I still have him as a good depth piece. But these twos I have circled in. But this guy right here, I've been kind of watching him in practice. Martavius French, I need to see a little bit more mean, nasty spirit, a little bit more of that Ray Lewis in him. But I definitely think that the linebacker spot, they need to maybe go on the portal and add one more piece to it just to be sure, just a for sure piece, just to add to that room to keep things going. Moving along to the left cornerback. Right now, I do have Colton Hood, which will be their best option right now at corner, at the left corner. He made some pretty good plays last year, some actually spectacular plays last year. I think he's still hurt right now, so we ain't been seeing him. We've been seeing R.J. Johnson, which been in there. Which R.J. Johnson, I have him on my second team, and I have him as another great dot by his name, which we all know that means that he can play multiple positions. He can play the cornerback position, he can play the safety position. Just all depends, But he has that versatility. But he's been really looking good at cornerback. But that's something that we have to watch and see. But in the portal, they can definitely use another cornerback too, because I mean they just kind of thin at the cornerback spot too. But that's at the left corner. Safety right now. I think Savion Riley didn't hit the portal too. This is another player that's in the portal. That's why I keep saying that Coach Prime. I mean, he do be bringing in some pretty good solid players, but you can't keep them all. Everybody's not gonna want to sit on the bench and people trying to feed their family. So shout out to Savion Riley, man. He was a good player. He made some pretty good plays, a couple good plays last year. Wish him all the well. But as you can see, I already had this done, right? So even before he left and hit the portal, that's just me knowing football and seeing what's going on out there. I just seen what's going. So I have actually that boy, that crazy, what they call him, that crazy white. They were that crazy white boy. I love Ben though, full of energy, positive, and he kind of remind me of Ronnie Lott, man, in a lot of ways. I ain't gonna lie. Just just that you remind me of some dudes I didn't play with back in the days, but I actually have him circled in as my starter right now. Behind him, I actually have I think he pronounced his name Tarif Byard, Tarif Byard, I believe. I have him actually circled in behind Ben, which I actually liked him as my starter initially, transferring from University of South Florida. But I think he getting used to the system and everything. It's just I had to. He's not up to date yet, but I think he has the potential throughout the season to maybe, if Ben ain't doing what he needs to do, to maybe end up still taking that position. But right now, I have him circled in on the second team, and again we already know Savion Riley is no longer with the team. Moving along to free safety. Of course, I got that boy 2-3, like Jordan Carter Steinmeier. You know what? I like Carter, man. I've been liking Carter, man, since his freshman year. Carter is nothing. He a baller, man. He's another player that through the weight room and the conditioning and all of that, then got better. And the sky's the limit for him. His dad was an NFL player. He has that pedigree, and I think it's his year to shine. I have him circled in as my starter at free safety. Behind him, I actually have T.J. Branch, the freshman. I don't know if he's going to get any PT, but if something, God forbid, happens to Carter, he got to be ready because we have the other transfer that Prime brought in that he never really got to see play, Vickers. He had some type of heart situation and he had to have heart surgery, so I don't think he's going to be back this season. So that's another thing. Like I said, in the portal, if I was Coach Prime, I would definitely go get some cornerbacks, go get a safety, go get another safety, another cornerback. You have to. I mean, you got people that's probably not going to be playing due to medical injuries. You got people jumping in. These two guys right here gone. Savion Riley and this guy and Vickers gone. You got to replace that. So just them two alone. Then you go up here. You got guys leave. He's gone. So you might want to add somebody. I mean, you don't necessarily got to add anybody else to the running back room because you still got a nice, solid running back room. You still got Brandon Hood. He been looking good in practice, but another one never hurts. What you don't need to add is nobody in the receiver room. You got too much going on right there. You guys got these CU stand fans that got these YouTube channels that's around here spreading gossip and trying to tear down these young men. When you don't even know what their why is. What's their why factor? Why are they playing? You know, you don't know these men. Why you guys gossiping about them? I want to see some NIL jerseys. Whoever you support, I don't care if it's Dre Lyman or whoever you like, go get that. Go get that 6. Because when y'all see me when my channel get done, I'm going to have that number 4 on. Oh, yeah. Moving along. At right cornerback, y'all know I got my boy DJ McKinney. I mean, I believe DJ McKinney is an NFL cornerback just playing college football right now. I think he got everything it take. I like his length of his arms. I like his range. And Coach Prime working on him, giving him the tools to trade. So I think DJ McKinney gonna be just fine. Um, at second team, I got Yates right now, number 29. He made some decent plays in practice, but he's a second team player. Uh, third team, I got Brandon Keefe, if he's even still on the team. I ain't gonna lie, I just circled him. I haven't really even seen him too much in practice. At Nickelback, I got my boy Preston Hodge, another NFL prospect circled in at the Nickelback position. Man, this right here, DJ McKinney and Preston Hodge, this right here is going to be tremendous for Coach Prime in that secondary. I just think they need to go add one more piece in the portal, a for sure piece, somebody can come in and ball. with them and you'll be straight. But this right here is awesome. Preston Hodge at the nickelback. Preston Hodge made a lot of big plays last year. I expect him to do big things this year. And then, I got 3-6 Mafia behind him, which I like 3-6 Mafia. He be doing this thing. But that's it. I do the special teams on another video, but this is just the beginning, man. I just want to drop this just to let the world know that we're gonna stop the lies on old man. They're gonna stop all the pretending, they're gonna stop all the faking, man. If you don't know football, stay out the way. If you not really understanding how things go within the program, stay out the way. You don't sit up and talk about a young man is lazy. A young man, is just, I just know them type of dudes, man. Them type of dudes that just, he just like the house could be burning and you could tell, oh man, the house burning. He'd be like, oh, okay, I'll come. I'm coming. Like, how you know that man is like that, man? That was some, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't care about my channel being monetized on that right now. That was some whole ass shit. You don't know how that man thinking, man. Y'all need to stop that. For real. Stop all that man. Like, what's your channel again, man? Because I'm gonna expose you. I'm on your neck. I can't wait till I start. And you know what? And I'm gonna get on the camera with it too. And we can debate about anything you want to debate about. Beat Watts. Beat Watts with sports with Beat Watts and fakes. Man, you don't know nothing about no damn football. So stop that, man. And the people that you be having on your panel, they cap. But don't worry, baby. When Omarion Miller ball out this year, when Omarion Miller win that Balintikoff, when they praising Omarion Miller for doing this thing, y'all stay over there. Because I'm going to be one of them channels that's going to remind you what y'all was saying because y'all don't really rock with Omarion Miller. Y'all got your little favorites and that's cool, but it shouldn't be about the favorites. It should be about these young men trying to get to the next level. It should be their why. Like Coach Prime, if you've been following Coach Coach Prime tell you, what is your why? Everybody has to have a why they doing it. You got to have something other than you just liking the game. Do you just like the game or is you in love with the game? You don't know why Omarion Miller, you don't know what his why is, but I do. It was the same why that I had when I was playing. When you lose a pops, it's different when you still got a pops in the world that you can go see in a prison cell like Jimmy Horn. Shout out to Jimmy Horn, and Coach Prime was with him through all of that. Shout out to him. But man, like I say, man, when I really break this shit down to y'all, man, y'all gonna understand. But until next time, peace.